ETPs are empowering the next generation of investors. That's according to a survey by Nasdaq in partnership with Morning Consult. Joining us to discuss, we have Giang Bui, head of U.S. exchange traded products at Nasdaq. We are going to learn the shifting profile of retail investors. Giang, it's great to have you back with us. Welcome to Trade Talks.
Thank you for having me.
And give us some background on the survey. Who was surveyed and why did Nasdaq conduct this?
Yeah, the retail investor is becoming a much more important part of the financial markets, and they have a great influence on the market, and we expect that trend to continue. So we want to be able, across Nasdaq, better support the retail investors, provide more insights into issuers and financial institutions and how to best service this segment of the market. So we did a survey with Morning Consult of 2,000 retail investors. We did a representative samples based on age, geographical location, education level, and so forth to really be representative of that sample. And with the insights, as a listing exchange, our goal is to help our clients, our issuers, reach their end client and amplify their reach. And for a lot of our listed ETFs, they're very appealing to retail investors. So with this insight, we want to be able to help our issuers develop products, market that product, and tailor it to the needs and the target audience they have for the retail
What were some of the key findings?
Yeah, the key findings, really the main highlight is that it really exposed the risk of a one-size-fits-all in terms of marketing and product development for ETFs. So you really have to think about the different generation of investors that you're targeting. And because spanning the generations, there's a difference in terms of what brokerage platform they're using, what financial information they're using to get that information. So with that in mind, the issuers and financial institutions can really be able to customize their offering.
What platforms are retail investors gravitating to, and which ones are winning the younger generation over?
Yeah, so while JP Morgan, Fidelity, and Schwab continue to have very strong brand presence in the market, the younger investors have really started to gravitate towards newer platforms like Robinhood because, the competition in the retail brokerage space is very fierce. The easy-to-use digital tools and the commission-free trading has really made trading a lot more accessible. And so Robinhood and some new entrants have started to gain a lot of market share, and it's a great opportunity to partner with these firms as investors are learning about investing. Younger investors are getting more interested in market for us to develop content together in investor education.
And what's not changing?
Yeah, I think the one thing that's not changing is really the importance of financial expertise. Across all generations, financial advisors continue to be the #1 source that investors trust when it comes to investment information. So while younger investors are more active, they're checking their portfolios more, they're doing their own research on digital platforms, they still trust the financial advisor the most. So for ETF issuers, that's going to continue to be an important segment for them. Financial advisors are the largest users of ETFs in the US, and so that's going to continue to grow. They're going to continue to be that bridge towards the retail investors.
And what is the key takeaway for ETF issuers?
Yeah, for them, it's about customization based on the generation of your end client. So you really want to think about when you're developing products. Where are the sources that your investors are getting information? So, for example, if you're marketing and developing thematic funds that could be attractive to younger investors, maybe consider using social platforms or discussion boards or podcasts as a mean to transmit the information, and maybe leverage financial publications and traditional media if you're looking at funds that could be more in the investment objective of older generations. And then one thing that the research really highlights is there's still a gap in knowledge for retail investors in terms of ETF due diligence and best practices for trading. So it's a great opportunity for issuers to continue to focus on education.
And to wrap up here, where is the opportunity in the ETF space?
Yeah, so the retail survey we did really shows that investors are looking beyond traditional investment to really expand their investment objectives, and they start to embrace ETF more and more. So the opportunity for ETFs is really significant. And while investors of all generations are aware of ETFs, younger investors are more familiar than the older generation. And that really shows that there is a potential opportunity to go after more older generation and really highlight to them how ETFs can help them diversify their portfolio and meet their goals. And then as we go back to the gap in education, that continues to be an opportunity for people to understand how to use ETF, how to trade ETFs, and just learn more about the opportunities there.
All right, Giang, we appreciate the insight as always. Thanks for joining us on Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.
Thank you for having me.